AIF Star Championship, and we're coming to you from Spielberg, a week behind the AIC schedule as we are this season due to an unfortunate delay outside of our control. For the third time this season, and the third time in his 9-race star career so far, it's Ignacio Ginty who's taken pole. He's on the front row with his teammate at Techno, Jean-Pierre Gisso, who's won twice this season. Should that be? No, yes, I think he's won twice this season. But anyway, Gisso is third in points. Ginty is fourth in the championship. It's a much more positive showing from March compared to their earlier run in the season. They're without a win so far, but second row of the grid lockout for them, Giacomelli ahead of Mansell. The third row locked out by the Maurer Motorsport team. They have one win to their name this season, courtesy of Mark Surer in Bahrain, but it's Edgy Elg who is ahead today. Dominant force and the winner of the last 5 races, and currently first and second in the Drivers' Championship, are Stefan Beloff and Chico Serra of Project 4. As has been often the case, it's Serra who's ahead on the grid, but Beloff who does better in races. They occupy the 4th row today, but we expect them to go forward. Ahead of his teammate again, goes from 9th, joined on the 5th row by Desiree Wilson, who often goes well here. Dave Charlton, the pole to the last and matters much further back today. He's partnered by Chicotto's teammate on the 6th row, Roberto Guerrero. Jeff Lees has been a bit of a revelation since joining the series mid-season with a podium in Silverstone. Once again, he's outqualified his experienced teammate Satoru Nakajima. And at the back of the grid, after a decent showing last time out, it is the Aston Martins with Johnny Adam surprisingly ahead of Martin Ravenstuck, who has had the better of the Englishman this season.
Indeed. You were correct about Gisso as well. He has won 2 races. He won 2 of the opening 3 rounds. Yas Marina and Istanbul, although that Istanbul one was rather clutch, so I could sort of understand why you had forgotten the fact. But it's another Techno front row lockout, which is...
Since Gisso's win, it has been Project 4 who've won 5 in a row.
Yeah, it's been a dry spell for the Italian team this season. Newly rebranded and in different colours this year, but this season. But a welcome return of form for March as well with both cars, not just one this time, but they'll hope that they can have a chance at winning a race this season after what was a nearly possible title for Giacomelli last season. But 5 lights are now ahead of us. Round 9 of the season. After this, we'll only have 4 rounds left of the season. And Ginty remains, obviously, from pole position. Guerrero passing Charlton further back, that's for 11th place. But otherwise, the top 10 remains the same currently as we head down to the run. It's turn 3. But Elg into 4th pass, and Serra as well into 5th. So Mansell down to 6th. Down 2 positions. Beloff remains where he was. He doesn't follow his teammate, which is usually what does happen a lot of the time. Chicotto down to 9th, so Surer. And Shurer's had obviously quite a bad start though, because he was with his teammate, but Elg's made the great start in 4th place.
Jeff Lees into the top 10 at the back. A very good start from him as per usual, and the Scramantes, the ones falling back. Charlton's dropped 3 places and Wilson 2.
Indeed.
They make that 4 for Charlton now as Adam passes him, but at the end of the first lap, nothing's changed in the top 3. Ginty leads Gisor and Giacomelli.
Indeed he does. Elg following and Serra on his tail as well. Beloff's the one who's slightly struggling, but it's got past Mansell now and almost immediately closes in on his teammate. That's just the nature of the corner and how quickly they all catch up as Elg heads obviously into the lead, just so up into 2nd. Ginty down to 4th place, loses all 3 positions expectedly. So now Elg in the lead.
Yep.
And profited from that quite magnificently for him, but the only issue is can't get away. The DRS effect is just going to keep putting him further back. But top 10 has now obviously changed out a bit, but we've got the 2 Project 4s along with the 2 Technos and a March and a Maurer heading for the top positions at the moment. Mansell's the one who's had the bad start, and Lee's now trying to go for his countryman for 7th place.
He's going to do it, but at the front, Elg is going to lose the lead as Serra passes Ginty, so Project 4 advancing forward. Lees actually ends up losing out to Surer further back. But Gisor takes the lead from Giacomelli. Strange line through the corner there. Serra and L battled over third, but the Project Force have already advanced forward quite significantly.
They have, as Serra's going for third place on Elg here. I think that was around one. I don't know if this is the ring corner that's coming up, but I think it is. And he's about to try and go for third place, and now into the vinyl corner, and has got it on the Swedish driver and is up into third place. So Serra, the one who's making all the moves at the moment. Beloff, his teammate, who leads the championship, trying to follow. Giacomelli in
the back
second.
of the field. The back of the field, we've lost Ravenstuck from the train, so we're down to 15 cars in the DRS train. Gisor starting to pull a gap as Giunti passes Beloff, but Giacomelli and Serra are going to probably go to the lead. El fades through, I think. Gisor, he just will drive through him rather than around him, which is what he did earlier. No, it's actually, he doesn't. Giacomelli's blocked there. So Serra takes the lead then on lap 4.
Indeed, he does. Olga's trying to get his place into first back as well. Giunti's now back into fourth place past. Both cars have Giunti and Beloff past. Giacomelli's down to 6th. Mansell's now 9th. And got the two Ferrafades up behind him. Picotto and Guerrero dogfighting it out at the moment. They're line astern as they cross the line.
As I think were Elg and Serra, because Elg's now gone to the lead again.
Indeed. It's almost like they want to have contact, though, those two Ferrafades. They're both past Mansell. Now Mansell's down into 11th. It's not a great part of the race currently for the British driver.
Serra march on the wrong push levels. They're really reversing through the field.
Well, one of them is, that's for sure. Giacomelli's only gone down a few positions. Jeff Lee's on the back of him now,
yes.
Yes, but he's still in the top 6, so he's not massively falling down at the moment. It's Mansell, the one who's struggling much more. Anyway, Wilson and Charlton, not great for them at the moment. 13th and 14th at the back of this field. Effectively, Adam is now lost, as is Ravenstuck, and they're not together. Anyway, at the front, Elg and Beloff fighting over 4th place, and Elg winning out at the moment.
Nakajima passes Mansell. Well, Mansell must have some sort of... I think it was Giacomelli losing more places now. I think March is on the wrong push level.
Potentially,
I can only assume.
Yep.
Which will mean they are not a factor in the race. But anyway, Serra about to lose the lead to Gisor again with Elg, Beloff and Giunti 3 wide, and Sura, Lees and Giacomelli also 3 wide.
Yeah, Serra remains second.
Gisor back to the lead. Yeah, Mansell's now down to 14th. There's something not right with
not right with
March
him, especially because he's much slower than his teammate. Giacomelli's still trying to fight over 7th place from Lees. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of a, if what you say is correct, it's going to be a bit of a vain effort, but it will be basically like his season this this time around. It's he's tried his best, but his team has probably mostly let him down. They were late, obviously, to practice, and obviously haven't been doing it properly for a while. But anyway, Serra now up behind Gisot, having just led the previous lap and only been passed by one car, which was the man in front of him now. So Elg passes Serra, though, just before they get to the back of Gisot for the DRS.
Beloff on the inside, though. He's looking to probably get 2 of them here, and he does. So Beloff up to 2nd. So yeah, Mansell's now been left behind at the back of the field.
Giacomelli's almost
down to 10.
Yeah, he's almost out the top 10 now. He's only got Guerrero and Charlotte to follow, and Wilson is obviously made her stop. So we'll see where she.
Yeah, there's a massive pit window here. The pit window opens on lap 4, pretty much, to get to the end. The pit window is lap 4 to lap 18, I think. So there's a massive pit window.
Yeah. We'll see what kind of progress she can make. As Charlton is the next one to come in, which is obviously logical with Scribante. They're going quite early.
Yeah, Giacomelli and Mansell dropping away massively now.
Yeah. Still waiting for boost to be used that much, and Gisot is the one who has done so. He's now used it to
they've all just used a lot of boost, and Gisot's run away from L. So L's going to lose some places here. Beloff's going to be into 2nd, the German.
But Serra is down to 9th place currently, because everyone else...
Yes, so Serra hasn't used it.
Yeah, not yet.
A lot of the other... I don't think Giunti did, but the rest of them did.
Yeah.
Someone's now trying to use it, but I'm not sure who. It's Jeff Lees, who's going to go up to 2nd, and Lees will then go for the lead. I think this is what Lees needs to be in the lead. He is going to be in the lead, but is he going to... How far is he going to go? Not far enough. He's just parked in front of Gisot and Elg.
Will Beloff go to the front of the race? Yes, he will. Don't really think unless he keeps using it and gets far. Well, it doesn't matter though. It just doesn't do anything.
Certainly spreading the pack out.
It is, but they'll all come back
Sarah and
together.
Junti are the
They
ones who
will
are
all
losing
come.
out.
Yeah, but they will all come back together anyway. As now, obviously, the March's situation is developing very quickly. They're absolutely not on the pace. They're
Yeah, no
2
DRS for lead.
seconds. They're 2 seconds or more.
Yeah,
far slower at the moment.
Yeah, but I suspect Mansell's actually going to beat Giacomelli in this race when we get to the end of it. But
yeah, well, he was
we'll
2
see.
seconds. He was 2 seconds faster last lap, but I think that must have been because he used his boost, and I think it is.
Yes, I suspect it was. But anyway, Beloff leads from Jasor, Elg leads, Chicotto into the top 5. Now Sura slipping back along with
Sarah's
Junti
still
and
not
Sarah.
used his boost yet. So
No, it's Guerrero and
we'll wait for him.
Yeah,
And he's now 3 seconds off the lead, so...
This is why we want to ban boost, because it means that some people are getting unfair advantage for no discernible reason. Usually it's been Guerrero who's lost out, but he seems to have gained quite a bit today.
Yeah, Junti and Sarah, I would argue, are the ones at the moment that are not winning out, because they're now losing much more time to the leaders that they need to get back with, currently. Because they're in the
Yeah, well, there's
DRS
clearly
trail.
no tyre temperature for the guys towards the back of the field.
No.
But anyway, so it's going to be a 12-car battle for points, really.
Yeah, and the Scuderia Scribantes are not setting great times at the moment. They're about a second.
Yeah, they're probably not using boost, are they? So...
Yeah, but I don't think going early was a good idea. I think it's just too early.
Well, they weren't really quite... They were at the back of the field was the problem. When I say the back of the field, I mean they were literally behind... They're behind the Aston Martins, I think.
Yeah, but they've had
So-
effectively no undercut. They're just losing time.
Well, Sura's now attempting an undercut. We're going to probably see a decent number of guys in this lap.
And Elg would be at the
Elg,
front.
probably for starters. Elg will be pitting from the lead, I suspect, along with... Will Beloff be joining
Lees.
Elg?
And Lees. Will he be ahead of Jusso? Not quite.
No, he's not.
He might try and get him on the outside and what will become the inside for the next corner.
Power Horse, I believe.
Yeah,
Or some version of it.
I think it is Power Horse.
As Sura
It's
coming
an
up the
energy
pits
drink,
immediately
by the way.
passes.
I don't think it is
Yeah.
anything specific. It's just
So
a
Elg,
drink.
Beloff, Guerrero, Giunti in, but not everybody in. Just all continuing the lead. Sura's cleared the two Aston Martins immediately, so Sura with an undercut here could
And
be ahead of
Sarah
his teammate.
in a
Elg.
bad position unless he gets on his boost because he's going to be passed by Nakajima and Nakajima's going to clear him once he makes a stop, obviously. So it's not good. Along with all the undercut stuff, he's in a bad position currently unless he can close in close enough to get DRS, and he doesn't. So he's going to be left for dead. here.
Bad news for the Sarah. The man second championship. Lees takes lead from Chicotto, Jasor, Nakajima and Sarah. Sura's undercut. He's just past Mansell. That's probably the worst
And
time
here are
to
Beloff
pass
and
Mansell.
Elg in a good position as Beloff almost misses his braking while up behind the Swedish driver.
Yeah, not great for Sura.
Yeah.
Further back.
But Junti in a
Giunti-
probably a better position than, let's say, Sarah. Well, it depends. We'll see how it...
Yeah, Giunti's done well here.
Yeah, we'll see how it falls out with this stop that Sarah's about to make basically on his own. Well, 3 cars, the other 2 cars in front of him, but they were more than a second in front of him, so...
Yeah, but he'll probably come back together with the
Yeah. Well, it depends where he falls out, though.
stops. Well, let's see. Beloff and Elg are ahead. They
Just
are
so made some
harassing one
time with
another.
Guerrero in the stop, that's for sure. But anyway, we'll see where Sarah comes out. That's for sure, because he's going to be on the back of this field, you would have thought. Maybe just ahead of 1 car? No, he is on the back, but he is
So
in
yeah,
DRS.
Chicotto's come out very well of this.
Yep. And there's Dave
And
Charlton
yeah, it's
in the
not worked
background.
out. Pitting early has not worked for... And Sarah's now trying to use his boost, but he can't go anywhere because there's 3 cars ahead of him.
Yeah, wrong
So
time.
he's used
to
it
be
at the
doing
wrong time, really.
Incorrect time to be using it. Only thing that obviously he's done is obviously gone a lap longer than people, so you hope you can get back through them now.
So Mansell, by pitting a lap later than Johnny Adam, has lost, I think, 10 seconds with the undercut.
He did a
With how little
1:30
temperature those
last
cars
time. Obviously that
Yeah.
included his pit stop, but
He was right behind Giacomelli. He's lost about 10 seconds. They're not great for the guys at the back, but they're not going to factor. Giacomelli doing an admirable job, but yeah, losing so much time there.
it is the
With the lack of
Supernovas,
tyre
which we
temperature.
expect to go longer than anyone else, and it's them 2 that are exchanging DRS at the moment.
Yeah, well, good tactics from
Beloff
Nakajima, but Elg's
struggling.
checking out.
Yeah, Beloff is struggling behind Elg. Is he
I
actually?
think Beloff's lost it here.
No, he's just.
No, he hasn't quite. Very fortunate for Beloff.
Yeah.
He's struggling. L finally looking to deliver on the expectation of being the
Chikot
championship favourite.
Yeah, and now Chikotto at the front of the group because Belov couldn't keep himself ahead, but has now got him again. But only briefly, because Chikotto got him back again.
Yeah.
As here goes Elg on boost. But he can't use it.
He's just stuck behind Belov. He can't do anything.
Yeah, he should go through the middle of that. He should go through the eye of the needle, but he doesn't. And he just doesn't attempt it, which is just strange, because he should be so much quicker. But that's the physics of the game currently.
Lee's just boosts to give Nakajima DRS. That was a bit poor. I don't know what Lee's is doing, but I don't think it's particularly.
They're not doing a bad job
tactically. No.
Considering how long they're
Chikotto
going.
then. Chikotto's done really well out of this. He ran longer, but he's done really well out of running longer.
Yeah.
I have to say.
Yeah. Along with So and Sarah, the other ones.
And Sura, who pitted first, has done quite badly.
Yeah.
So the DRS is just worth more than the undercut, really. You just want to be staying out on track with DRS. So Chikotto could maybe be on for a first win here, because he is the furthest forward of the guys who ran longest. But of course, Supernova are going to be doing one fewer stop, and they look like they're not losing any time at all.
No. Which is just ridiculous.
Unless they start hemorrhaging now.
I don't think
but they're not really.
No, I don't think so. Previous lap was very key for them, that's for sure. Because Lee's got on the boost massively, and then increased his lead again. But anyway, Belov now is going to lose position to... No, he is behind Eld, so he is going to get back into the front of this group. And Chikotto will follow, I think, past Eld. No, he's held up slightly, and that's cost him. Because Junti, ever the opportunity, decided to get past both cars, and Nakajima now finally in, so Lee's will be in this lap, well, sorry, the next lap coming up. At the end of lap 17 he'll be in. So where will
They'll be nowhere near, will they? Or will Nakajima be on the back of Wilson?
I think they'll be on the back of the Scribantos, I would have thought.
Which would be helpful, because you need DRS here to be successful.
Yeah.
But that will be Nakajima's only stop, with Supernova having good tyre economy.
I don't think it's a bad thing they've done. He'll be up behind... He should be behind... No, he's ahead of the Scribantos, but he's now behind. So unless he gets past, which I don't think he should, then he's got DRS basically. So he's got a path up to Charlton and then to Sarah.
Yeah, I think Nakajima and Lees are going to be the guys competing for the win here.
Well, yeah. Belov has cleared off from Chikotto because he's used a bit more boost than him, only smidgen more, but a bit. Jinti now on his own as well. He's yet to use that. Elg as well. They've all got very different amounts of boost usage currently because they've all used it.
Yeah, Sura's used basically none.
Like, even the ones that have used quite a bit of it have got different relative to the others that have used a bit. It's because they've all done it on different laps, but, which is rather intriguing. It's spread out the field a bit, which is probably good news for the likes of the Supernovas, unless they don't get the progress they hope for up behind these cars. So Lee slots in behind his team.
Like they're both going to get DRS, I think.
Yes, I would have thought so. And then onto the back of Sarah if they can close up. Obviously, Sarah's getting DRS.
Lees does not have DRS off the back of Nakajima, so...
He does, for me. He just showed up.
Lees just got passed by Wilson.
I know he did, but he did flash up.
Didn't have DRS. Well, anyway, so Belov leads from Chikotto. Elga's starting to try and close on Chikotto, but not really managing it. And Junti just saw Sura, Guerrero, and Sarah all in this group, and Nakajima's now got to try and catch this group and not lose time.
I wonder if Elg and Junti use their boost at the same time, so that when Elg gets to the back of Chikotto, then that Junti can't get past either car.
Sarah's on the boost.
Probably something like that will happen, I imagine, because
Sarah just gets stuck up. Well, no, he threads the needle well, so Sarah's now decided to go for it.
Yeah, it sort of worked, but then he had to stop.
Is Elg going to
And here goes, and that Shura's trying it as well, and he only got one more position. He can't get any more, and now he's lost his position.
He's getting
again.
blocked by his own teammate.
Just went down the inside of him, and here's Guerrero as well. Guerrero's trying
Racing is fantastic.
And Jusso's done it well though, because he's got through everyone, and he's now onto the back of.
And he's going to catch Belov.
Yeah, and he's got a lot
Might
of
go ahead.
And here's Guerrero as well. He's the other one who's done it well, but he's had to use a bit more because he started it earlier and then had to start it again. So this is
here comes Junti.
It's just a very odd, currently looking.
Yeah, but very bad for Supernova.
Yeah, and now Junti's at the front of the field.
So the
Belov.
Pulsar goes to the lead, but he's probably going to keep using it and break DRS, which is what Belov did. He's broken DRS.
Yeah.
So the Pulsar is leading quite convincingly now, but how long for, we'll see.
Not very long, I don't think. Especially with his teammate behind him.
So now Maurer are the ones who have lost out. They have also got the most boost, but they are at the back of the field.
And let's look at the supernovas.
Or at least this field.
So what is Nakajima doing?
Lees is struggling. Lees is the one who's struggling here.
Yeah, but what's Nakajima doing? Just similar times at the moment. Not anything much more better.
Yeah.
But obviously
he doesn't need to close.
Yeah, but in effect at the moment he's actually losing time because he's on his own. He's working on his own.
Yeah. Because El uses boost, so they're trying to break away from these guys at the back, Sarah and Sura. But they're not
if Junti had sound mind,
Sura's about to be dropped.
Yeah, if Junti had sound mind, he would back off at the moment and give Jusso a good chance. But I suspect that probably won't happen, and I think he will not have DRS up behind his teammate.
Let's see if this is about to become a group of 7.
Yeah.
Mark Sura has lost DRS. He's got the most boost, so he could easily get back into it, but he has lost DRS for the moment.
Well, that was a waste of time because I didn't even close. No one passed Jusso, so Jusso's just going to get on the back now.
And Nakajima's now decided he wants to catch Mark Sura. Wonder if that will make Sura use his boost.
Don't think so because they don't react
anymore.
They don't react anymore. They just spontaneously use it. But good news for Nakajima. Really good news.
Yeah, could be on for his first win of his start career.
Less good news for Lees because he's had to use the same amount, but is nowhere near his teammate, and is not.
Yeah, but he's got a lap younger tyre, so it could come back to him. It could come back to him at the end.
Perhaps. Again, Junti needs to back off to give Jusso a chance, but he's not doing it. He's too quick at the moment.
Jusso is quicker though. I suspect by the end of the lap, Jusso will be in a good position, but he's not. It's going to be too late by then.
Well. I mean, he closed in on the sector.
Already.
He got under a second, but it's before the DRS.
Didn't get. Yeah, he did. Yes.
It's after the DRS, I should say. Sorry, but yeah, Junti was just.
Yeah. Sura needs to use his boost. But Sura will be in this lap. He'll be the first person in.
And Nakajima again.
But no, everyone will be in. Everyone will be in, won't they?
Yeah, well, Nakajima again on his own. So Junti,
Guerrero in, and Sura as well. But Sura needs to use his boost. Chikota's now checking out, so bad news for Jusso.
Yeah.
Chikota's decided he wants to win this. And Nakajima's not quite here.
Indeed.
Intents and purposes, this is a battle between Nakajima and Lees for the win, unless they can find an enormous amount of time in the last 10 laps.
Indeed.
Sarah and Elg will pass Jusso, I believe. Yes, Elg manages on the outside there. And further back, Giunti and Belov are side by side as they approach the DRS. I think Guerrero has been dropped. As has Sura. Sura needs to use his boost, but he hasn't, so he is basically out of it. Great news for Chikota then. Chikota might still be in the lead after this stop.
Just so goes the extra lap for no reason, but anyway.
What's wrong with the stints then? Who knows? Well,
no, it can't be that because Junti's not done any. He's done the same exact stint and all his other guys. So
yeah, he seems to be fine. Yeah.
No, I think it's just been set incorrectly. But anyway, there we are. Or it's been intentionally.
It's going to give DRS to Ravenstuck. Yeah. I'm going to give Ravenstuck.
It's bad news for him though because now he's going to be undercut like massively on those tires.
He'll probably be behind Guerrero.
Yeah.
At the back of the group. But anyway, Chikoto still leads, as I said, or predicted. Chikoto's looking like the one who'll be most likely to catch the supernovas. He's got to find over a second a lap. It's going to be a struggle.
Yeah. Can't believe Jack.
As Nakajima's going to probably get DRS again, actually. It's going to be good news for Nakajima. He's going to get DRS off the back of...
yeah. Only problem for them is...
March doing.
Only problem for them is that there's quite a bit of this race still left, I suppose. Obviously, they've got a big gap at the moment, but...
Yeah, but they weren't losing much time in the first stint.
They weren't, but... I think
particularly bad with wear.
Yeah. But I think...
Yeah, Jusso's fine. He's still in the group.
Yeah, but I think with all these guys, especially Belov
and Chikoto has been dropped, so actually I think he's going to end up with where he was anyway.
Yeah, he's going to be swallowed up again. And Jusso's actually in a decent position again, because he's now gone longest of anyone and is now using his boost correctly. Although
he's in the best position.
Although actually now he's in a bit of a interesting
What are
situation.
Maurer doing? Why are Maurer not using their boost? Those two
Yeah.
cars need to use their boost.
Although, to be fair, Jusso is now in an interesting position unless he can get on the back of his teammate again, because he's going to be...
So Mansell's down to last.
Yeah. So, what kind
Don't
of
know.
time...
They must have. I would love to know what the hell March have done to run the cars this badly.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. I think unless the Supernova tyres just blow up, I think they are going to win today.
Yeah, but I think they're going to lose about second a lap anyway just because of DRS, because they're not together. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And I think Lees will catch Nakajima towards the end of the race.
Yeah. I did say
boost.
Jusso was looking good, but I think Junti boosted at the wrong time has sort of cost him again. I mean, he'll get it all back.
Sierra's being caught by the Scribantes because he just refuses to use his boost.
They're losing time, though.
This is why boost should be banned.
Yeah.
As Lees has taken a second out of Nakajima in the middle sector just because he had DRS and Nakajima is still stuck behind the Aston Martins. There are no blue flags here, but Race Lead Nakajima cannot get through the Aston Martins.
We had this in AIC last week. In the wet.
Is he about to do it at last?
Well, when it went to the dry.
He has lost a huge amount of time.
Yeah. They're not losing
Lees
massive
is now going to
amounts
get
yet,
passed by... Lees has been passed by Mansell.
Yep.
So... It's not looking great.
I think we can... Well, yes, I don't... Shearer's race is just funny. He's had this sort of Elg race today that Elg usually has.
Yeah, but he hasn't used his boost, that's the problem. And Guerrero's just been dropped from the group, so now
but he's not going to use it. He's not going to use it. So.
Yeah, and he's been caught by the Scribantes.
Yeah.
Guerrero needs to use
as I say, he's had the Elg sort of luck this season, I would argue, today, at last.
Oh, the Astons are going on the boost again to clear...
Yeah, but it's not changed. Nothing's changed at the moment.
Nakajima's pace is terrible.
Yeah, but the pace at the front is not changing. They're not catching.
No.
It's just the same pace. They're running the same pace. The hard tyres go so long. I mean, it's quite obvious. Having one less stop here is going to be advantageous. But there we are.
I can't believe that Sierra and Guerrero have just done such poor boost management. They look nailed on for 9th and 10th.
Well, it's not management as such. It's the opposite. They've not used it at all.
Yeah, which is just stupid. This is why we need to ban boost, which hopefully will be
there is a way. There is a way it can be.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah.
It overrides the advanced strategy as well, so it kind of
yeah,
messes up other things.
Don't think that's a bad idea.
Rain was allegedly forecast, but
so now
they're
really losing the big amounts of time, but whether it'll be quick
6 laps to go.
Yeah, they're still only losing like 2/10 of a sector though. They're not, which
it's actually quite funny because the Aston Martins, who are a lap down legitimately because they are so slow,
are helping.
Yeah,
but they're arguably helping. Yeah, but they're arguably helping as well because they're also giving DRS to Nakajima. Because they keep passing.
I don't know why, but
yeah.
Anyway.
I don't think unless there's a blow up, the Supernovas are in any trouble. It's quite obvious having one less stop.
It will possibly hit the cliff.
Yeah, but having one less stop is just advantageous in itself, and I think whoever's decided to do this today should have realised that pretty quickly, but there we are.
I don't think others have the tyre economy to do it, though.
Well, there you go. That is also the person who decided to run this race today's fault. There's no difference.
Well, Sierra might not score today because of the impending arrival of the Scribante cars. Yeah, Nakajima is being surrounded by the back 3 cars on the grid.
Yeah, Nakajima's just been helped out here, really. Let's be honest, because he's just
not really, because he's
but he is though.
Just got passed by them.
No, yeah, but he is though, because at the moment he's just keeping where he needs to be. It's just helping both Supernovas
It's a very funny gaggle of 5 cars at the front because 3 of them are lap.
Yeah. Well, it's a farce.
Although technically, I think actually Rabenstuck isn't lap now. They're fighting to stay on the lead lap.
Yeah, it's a farce, really, but there we are.
And what's the lap time from Chicotto this time around across the line? It's now 11 seconds. So yeah, they need to be making 3 seconds a lap.
They're not going to make time. One less stop here with the amount of pit lane lost time is like you're quite easily going to win.
Yeah,
this
they
race.
they need to make 3 seconds.
No, I'm just saying it's quite obvious from far back that this was always going to happen. One less stop here is like easily going to get you the win. You can't make up that amount of time on the hard tyres, on new hard tyres. Yes, if it's a softer tyre, yes, that's for sure. It is possible. Well, in effect, you wouldn't be able to go to the end anyway.
I can't believe, Guerrero and Sierra just, being dropped, and they're not using boost now, so they are just consigned. Junti has tried to create a gap at the front, but Nakajima used all of his boost, so nothing's changed in terms of the gap. Chikotto, though, is in a bit of trouble. Jeff Lees was going to get DRS to get into clean air, so I think we're just going to have to focus on Lees versus Nakajima for the win now.
Oh, it's quite easy, though. Nakajima's won this race. So now clearing the Astons. So.
Yeah, Nakajima uses boost to do so.
Yeah,
Lees is struggling.
I think Lees is doing enough to stay ahead of them, so he'll just get passed by them with DRS.
Lees does take a second in the middle sector.
I mean, they're getting time now. It's too late. It's too late. You can literally see them in the background, basically, but it's too late. They're going to be under 10.
Lees is going to have a...
Chikotto's going to be under, it's going to be, 10 seconds, maybe, behind. No, it's 9.
Yes, so he takes 4 seconds, but he needs... If he continues at the current rate he's going, he actually might be able to do something.
He did that with boost, so no.
Yes, that's the problem. Because Lees is going to lose...
I think anyone with a brain with about 10 laps prior would have realised it's quite obvious the Supernovas have won. And I think what I said would happen has happened. Both the march of... I don't know which one that is. I don't know if that's...
Mansell.
It's Mansell.
Oh, here goes Lees on his boost. Hang on. Lees is trying this, and he might finally do something.
He's finally doing it, and he's going to do it.
He's got the younger tyres. He's now going to stay behind Nakajima. And Nakajima might be about to get DRS because the
but even if he
the boost as well.
Yeah, that's true. Can we see the other cars in the background? We can, sort of. We can see Chikotto.
Even with the boost, they made time.
Jusso's been sort of screwed out this by not using his boost properly, so he's got just stuck up behind two cars.
Yeah, Beloff's stuck at the back. So
yeah, but he went earlier than he went earlier than everyone else. But yes, it's for the pass for the win for Jeff Lees. I think I would argue this is worse than the cancelled race, which we don't speak about, where a Supernova did in fact win. But there we are.
It's going to put Jusso in the championship lead, I think.
Yeah, that's even worse. But Chikotto's going to get third as well.
Yeah, it'll be his third place of the season.
Yeah, so Lees
comes
around.
Desiree Wilson's about to take the final point off Mark Seurer. It's Jeff Lees who wins in Spielberg from his teammate Nakajima, Chikotto, and then Jusso and L completing the top 5 in a very close finish. Guerrero comes home.
Here comes Seurer on boost, but it's too little too late.
Yeah.
Why did he not do that when he got past?
Genuinely criminal. That happens. Wilson will take 2 points with the fastest lap.
I'd argue this is probably the worst star race that's ever going to be counted in the history of it, ever. I would argue.
I think it's some bad wet ones at Spa, I think, back in season 2.
No, I don't think so. No, but most of those are on merit, though, like proper merit. Not one team being able to do one less stop to.
Oh yeah, we've seen that before. That's how Supernova won.
But not under these current regulations. That's for sure. Also, I think we've usually had more than one team do it as well. But yeah. That's
so. With that result, it is first win for Jeff Lees in the championship. And the championship looks like this. Jean-Pierre Jusso retakes the championship lead. He's 115 points. He's 1 point ahead of Stefan Beloff, who's 114, and Chico Serra is just behind them on 112. Ignacio Ginti is 74 in 4th place. Still Roberto Guerrero is still 5th with 66. Satoru Nakajima moves up to 6th with 55, displacing Bruno Giacomelli, who is put down to 7th on 53 points. John Chikotto moves up, he's on 52, tied with Edgy Elg. Mark Sears down to 10th on 49 points. Jeff Lees on 41 now, moves ahead of many drivers, including Nigel Mansell, who is down to 12th on 37 points. Dave Charlton still on 30, Martin Ravenstuck still on 23, Johnny Adams still on 18. Desiree Wilson picks up 2 points, she's down 16 points, and still last on 11 is Raul Boisdel, the man who Lees replaced at Supernova. Teams Championship, Project 4 continue to lead with 226 points, ahead of Techno with 189. Fairfade is still third at 118, but Supernova's 1-2 has propelled them up from 6th in the championship to 4th. They have 107. Maurer Motorsport with 101 after a disappointing showing given how well they were doing early on. March's non-score has them on 90, Scramante on 46, way behind, and Aston Martin still last with 41 points.
Indeed. So, we'll obviously be back next weekend for what's probably going to be the worst event of the season at Monza, just with the new update. But then to finish off the season, we have obviously Sepang, Marina Bay, and Spa. But until then, it is